All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to do a couple things, but I wanted to get my chat going. Tonight is open mic. We're going to do a little bit of everything here. Maybe talk about the Idaho 4, Ghost, and maybe some music. Maybe. I don't know, but I'm going to put it on pause, or not pause. Excuse me. I'm going to put it on mute for a minute. I got a couple things to shut off. And a couple topics that I want to touch base on Idaho 4. Uh, you know, let's just start off with a little bit. Right? I imagine they got phone records somewhere of them around there, and probably way before the murders of possibly maybe he knew the girls and was communicating. Do I think he was crazy enough to go back to the scene? Because once he got home, he figured he found out he lost the sheep. Right? He could have retraced his path, maybe looking for it. Maybe if he was on foot, maybe he dropped it. Uh, Here's another thing: they might have the sheep. Was it left at the crime, or did they find it at his apartment and that connected him? There's a lot. There's a lot of people that have been watching my channel, StreamYard in it or whatever. Um, you know, uh, they're upset. These people are supposedly have crime channels and they're way off. I even watch this one channel that I don't know. I think their profiles or something. I don't know, but they're way off. And in order to solve a crime, a murder case, you have to have an open mind. And right now, a lot of people are pissed off because they missed it. Some, some were right on. Everybody was a suspect until the case is closed. People are getting yelled at. Look, you said Jack was a suspect. That every single person that was seen around them was a suspect. The Uber driver was a suspect. They all were suspects, even the roommates, until the case was open where you got to break in the case. So I'm going to put you on mute for a minute. Feel free to come in, some of you YouTubers out there that so-called claim. Uh, they know a lot, but they don't know enough. They don't have a big enough imagination to understand that in a murder, Satan loves to cover up everything. I made me a smoothie. I will share my smoothie with my lovely chat. Uh, we're going to talk about all kinds of things. What proof they have, and they got more proof. If they, I imagine when this goes to court, they're probably going to bring out the big guns. This is going to be. I imagine they got a lot more. Hello, something strange. This case, yes, Misty Rose. Yes, the phone calls, right? They waited until what, 11, 12 o'clock the next day to call the police, right? Now there's new information out saying that the girl that did see a guy didn't recognize him. Well, Brian has been all over that campus at the bar. There's rumors that he dated one of the girls or communicated with one of the girls that lived in that house. So for her not to recognize him, wasn't he in mask or she didn't recognize him? It could have been dark. It could have been, we don't know. But here's the thing. Not one of them, they all called their friends, but did not call the police until the next. That's fishy, folks. Come on. Come on. That's fishy. Right? The murders occur between, the police thinking somewhere between 3 and 4. Okay. The girl sees the guy in the house and goes back to bed and don't call the police or calls all of her friends to come over. And here's another thing. The people are saying, well, the bodies were found in the hallway. They were found. How do you know that? Because don't you folks remember in the beginning of the case that the police released that there was a phone call or one of the girls that were in the house was calling people because the people, what weren't they doing? They were not answering the door when they knocked on the door. They couldn't get in. The doors were locked. Nobody was able to get into the rooms. So how do they know where the bodies were already on some of these YouTube channels? How is the communication getting mixed up here? I know I seen the video and the thing on it where the girls, the two survivors, called people because they thought people were passed out and would not answer the door. They couldn't get into the room. So this is something's up here, and we're gonna get down to the bottom of it. I'll tell you that much. Now, ghost, boo. We're talking about all kinds of stuff. Let me see what my lovely chat is saying. Hello, something strange on this case? Yes. Did you add blueberries? No, no blueberries. I should have got blueberries, but I didn't. It's got everything else in it, though. Do you want some, ladies? Exactly. The roommate saw him, heard a male say, "I'm going to help you." Yeah. Yeah. Was it him that said, "I'm going to help you," or was it someone in the bedroom? That supposedly, there's rumors, I don't know if it's true, that Ethan's body was found next to his girlfriend. We don't know if that's true. They were all killed in bed, from what they're saying. But that changed where they were in the hallway. They were on the floor in the bedroom. We don't know, but the two girls supposedly were in the same bed. I think they all were in their beds. I think this murder fits so much like the other two murders out there, where these ladies or these two people were killed in their house, in their sleep, in their bed, and it was considered a robbery and a murder. That stuff was missing from that murder. So we don't know yet. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We think he stalked, but could he have just been stalking and heard commotion and went and said, "I will help you," but realized too late, so left? Why did he have a knife, Misty? If he was just a stalker and just stalking them, innocent stalking, maybe jerking off outside the window. Excuse my language. A stalker, but never was a killer, right? Well, now we got to explain the knife. If the knife was left behind, it's got his DNA on it. And if the sheik was left behind, it's got his DNA on it, they're saying. Now, whether they found it at the Idaho 4 or his apartment, we don't know really until it goes to court. They're saying it was left right in the bedroom on the bed, but only supposedly DNA on the bottom of the sheet. Yeah, right on the button part where you snap it over. You know where you put your thumb to snap it, because it's got a piece of leather that comes over and grabs onto that part of the knife that sticks out, so your hand don't slide down the. So they got his DNA from that. Okay. Well, now if he's innocent, like some of these YouTubers are saying, which it's possible, but now you got to explain how that knife sheet got there and his DNA was on it. Therefore, if somebody broke into his house and took it, or whatever it may be, you got to prove now how his DNA got on that and how his DNA is in that house. No, Miss, I made some smoothie. Do you want some smoothie, Miss Debbie Fox? Ladies, let me get you some smoothie. I made some smoothie here before I didn't want you ladies to hear the blender going crazy. So we're going to do a little bit of smoothies here. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in it? Banana. I'm going to have to throw a banana in there, ladies. It might get loud for a minute. I need my dose of banana today. I need my dose. All right, ladies, there's your smoothie. There you go. Should I put banana in my smoothie, ladies? I'm not sure. Excuse me. So there's a lot going on. A lot of people can't understand it. They just can't understand that this guy might have been book smart, but left a pattern of a trail. You know, criminology. We are all criminologists. Understand? If we watch criminal cases on YouTube, we are criminologists. We are training and criminologists, but we ain't going to class every day in college, right? But that's considered of researching a case. So, some people got it, some people don't. They can't open their minds big enough. And I don't know nothing. I'm going to tell you that much right now. I know nothing. I just on lockdown from CV. That's all I did was watch crime cases. I was sick of playing music and doing other stuff and started watching crime. I've been doing it for 6, 7 years now. So I don't know. Delphi case, same thing. There was many involved. A ring. That's my belief. What about the people that Keegan Klein and these other people were sharing photos with? You know, big thing. Now, what about the ghosts, ladies? Misty Rose, do you think anything else? Do I think he might have tried to go back to find the sheep? Do I think he went back? He might have. He might have. That would prove that he might have walked out of there. He might have took the route that he walked out of there, right? Looking for it. Maybe he dropped it. He was probably hoping and praying he didn't leave it on the bed or in the house. He could have drove past there the next day, hoping there wasn't going to be people there yet. Here's the thing. You're welcome, Savannah. You're welcome, Debbie. Here's the thing. What is very suspicious is there was not one phone call. Supposedly, this girl seen him, didn't recognize him, didn't know who it was, other than he had bushy eyebrows. Okay? And no one calls the police after she knows that the guy has left. I think he might have seen her. Either it was dark or the lights were on and she did see him. And he might have told her, hey, I'm with um, Kaylee, or I'm with, go back to bed. It's, she might have, something fishy is up with this case. Why don't you call the police as soon as she knew that guy left and try getting into the rooms and couldn't get into the rooms? Supposedly, we don't know if that's true. We don't even know if that's true. But why didn't she call the police? And not wait until, 11 o'clock, they said the next day? 12 o'clock? 911? That's what they say. We don't know. We know this much. The police weren't called at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. We know that. How do we know this? Because there's a witness saying they walked past the house and the front door was wide open. So we know hours went by, hours. They're saying between 3 and 4 the murders occurred. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say 9 o'clock they walked by. That's 5 hours went by. No phone call, no police, nothing. And not a phone call from 11 o'clock, until 11 o'clock in the afternoon, supposedly. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Something fishy. Something fishy. She saw him for a few and says bushy eyebrows, but he would reek of blood. I don't know. Maybe it was dark. Maybe it was dark. But I thought one of them said they couldn't see nothing. They seen a shadow of something walking. The lights all might have been turned off. He might have turned all the lights off. They might have all been in bed and didn't even know he was in the house. He could have been there. He could have been. You got to go back into the house. You got to look for hiding places and look for DNA. Could he have been tucked away in a closet and already there waiting for them to get home, go to bed? He comes out, does whatever. I don't know. He had to kill him before. Could he have killed him? And he locked the door. He shut the doors behind him and locked it, so no one can actually find out for a long time, giving him enough time to get away. That is possible. That's possible. We've been dissecting this case, right? Right? I have many thoughts, like why go to parents' trash for DNA if already had it on bottom of Seth of the sheath? Sorry, so confusing. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have his father's DNA, and maybe something more. Maybe there was other DNA there. This is fishy. Maybe he did have help. When did his dad get into town? Is it what it says it is? Maybe he's been looking at his dad all crazy eyed, right? In both pullovers, he was looking pretty crazy eyed at his dad. Phew, I don't know. That's a. Nah, you gotta go, Frankie. You gotta go. I gotta put some banana on this. I'll be right back, ladies. Talk amongst yourselves. Uh, take a shower, change clothes. Yeah, he could have. He could. Yeah, I am thinking sus. Man, something is up. He probably took a shower before he left. He could have. He could. You mean in the house? I don't know. That would be. Did the girls hear the shower going in the rooms below? That's another key thing there. Did they hear the shower running? If not, then he possibly. I don't think he would stick around and take a shower. And one of them seen him. No, I don't. It's possible. It is possible. But do I think that? No. No, I think he got out of there and maybe cleaned up somewhere else. I think they might have DNA at his house, in his car. And it don't even have to be his DNA. It could be the girl's hair in his car, on his clothes, in his apartment. Maybe a piece of clothing. Now remember, Misty Rose, they got him on one count of robbery. That means he took something from that house and they found it in his possession. Can we agree on that, Misty Rose? Debbie Fox. Maybe she helped, stayed behind to try and make it seem like it was someone else. Very possible. Good thinking, Debbie. Maybe he had help there. This is going to be good. He would have had to take a shower, then really scrub bathroom down. Too much to. And the girls just sitting down there. The one girl said she can hear someone asking for help. Help, help, help me. Someone saying they were going to help her. You know, and all along he's in there taking a shower and cleaning the bathroom and everything. Oh, that would take. He'd be a cuckoo. He'd be a sick puppy. I think we're on to something with these people trespassing, or I think so. I think I got me one. I caught me one. Caught me another one. Crikey. Debbie for exactly good point. Yeah, good point. Did one of them have and then she made up the story? I don't think so though. The evidence will point to it. I think they got him on another murder or a crime. Or I can't explain the robbery. The only thing I can think is he took something from the Idaho fort from one of them girls and they found it in his possession. If not, the robbery is from another crime and they're connecting the dots. The cops are. And he might be a serial killer. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is. Right? But it is possible. Electronics, possible. Yeah, maybe the phone. Maybe it was him calling Jack or something. There's something more going on to this, folks. It ain't over yet. I know this much. If they start picking up other people around there, meaning like other people that are suspects in the case, who's got the bushy eyebrows? A lot of people are saying he don't have bushy eyebrows. He probably had crazy eyes. You know, he probably squinted his eyes or whatever and had some crazy eyes. Real bushy? No. They are big, but not bushy. But we have seen people that were witnesses or people on YouTube that did have bushy eyes, right? Bushy eyebrows or whatever. And they're all innocent until proven guilty yet. They're actually what people are forgetting is they're still taking tips on this case. Electronics, possibly. Yeah, Savannah. Savannah's right. Yeah. Debbie was right too. Maybe one of the girls did help him, and then came up with a story. I seen him. That was maybe she ratted him out before they got to her. I don't know. It's going to make a great movie then. Or did he take men's clothes? I don't know. They got him on first count robbery, 1 to 10 years. So somehow, somewhere down the line, he either took something from that property that belonged to the girls, or he's hooked to another robbery, and they got him on that, which might have connected all this together. Maybe we don't know really anything till it goes to case or goes to court. We don't know. I don't know yet. We don't know what he took. What was it that he took? if he took anything, if it is even from this case and not another case. We don't know. Maybe. Yes. What did he take? Okay, so don't we don't know yet. Well, I don't unless I missed something. I don't know what they're charging him robbery for. Was it a phone, computer, money, gold chains? You know what? Yes, all speculations right now. Yes, theories, speculations, profiling. We are profiling people and cases. Trolls, YouTubers. Uh, that might fit. Uh, Murders, you know, robberies and stuff like that. You're actually a criminologist because that's what they do. If you watch YouTube crimes, that's what they do. It's investigating crime and how people die and stuff like that. So yeah, it's I don't know. But if in the class, wouldn't he have defense wounds? I don't know. He might have been killing for a while and felt comfortable and got good at what he was doing. A lot of people think you need to be a black ops, special ops person to kill, and that's not always the case. Uh, if he was a cold, sick, psychotic, mentally disturbed person that worked with the police, studied the police, criminology, and everything, uh, it, you know, uh, he might have just did this to just do it. He might have did it once to see how it felt, but after that he was hooked. Power over people. Watching someone die, he might have got off on this, right? He was so nice, they said, in class. The next day, like extra happy. I don't know. I don't know. He could have been higher than a kite for all we know. You know, his eyes are sunken in a lot, like you see in uh, heroin addicts and people that have problems, mental problems and stuff, dark sunken in eyes and stuff. You know what? I'm getting out of the crime business. I've been watching these cases way too much. It'll drive you absolutely cuckoo. You start thinking you're a lawyer or an investigator, and I'm not. I'm just someone that watches crime, sits on the couch. I sing, I play guitar, cook, outdoor videos. That's about it. Oh, ladies, you're gonna hear a noise. I gotta put some banana in my smoothie. Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? I'm drinking my smoothie early, so I ain't up till 3, 4 o'clock.